Okay, hi everyone. My name is GlitchAston. I am back again with more Dreamland 2. This time we're going to be doing Dreamland 2 Best Ending. Oh, there we go. This run actually has a lot of different cool tricks that hopefully I get to show, and it also has one party member that we're going to be doing with for a long period of time. But we are going to be switching things up, so hopefully I can show how cool the other party members are as well. If my commentator would like to introduce themselves as well.
Yes, I am also 188, or you can just call me Saul. I speedrun lots of Kirby content, and glad to commentate for Best Ending here.
Yep. With that out of the way, I think let's get the show on the road. I'm just gonna erase a file here, and I'm gonna count that straight to 3 and wake up. So on 3, 2, 1, go. So starting out here, we're starting out in Grassland. The movement here is kind of basic. We don't get like the big main movement option until the next roll, actually big force. So right now we're just going to be using Kirby, but until then I'm actually going to explain what Best Ending is compared to like 100% and 80%. The main flaw of this game is that the Rainbow Bridge is actually broken due to Dark Matter's influence, and we're going to go fix it. And in order to fix it, we actually need to collect certain rainbow drops throughout all the certain worlds. Each world has at least one rainbow drop, and we're going to collect all of them for Best Ending. What else am I missing? Each of them are going to require like different party members and different abilities, so I'm gonna have to look out. Like for instance, this first world here, I'm actually gonna have to get Parasol in the next stage, or in this stage actually, I should say. And yeah. The difference between this and just like any percent is, of course, the rainbow drops, but like in 100% we have to do things like the mini games, like after fighting the bosses, and like the collecting the Gooey Girl, which is a very rare chance. Like, I believe it's 1%, I believe.
I haven't read the exact on, but yeah, it's a pretty low chance. You end up. Worst case scenarios, you have to like repeat one stage, like one room in a stage, like over and over until you finally get it. And probably the one thing that makes 100% kind of a not as fun category is Best Ending.
Yeah.
Best Ending is very much all of that, but done as a fluff.
You could have a good 100% run die because you did not get Gooey Girl on your run, which is pretty sad, unfortunately. Anyway.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, no, you can actually go on.
Yeah, in the meantime, other than burning, like you see after here with Parasol, because, yeah, we need it for the drop.
Yep.
Parasol sadly doesn't really have that much going for its movement, but you can just hold down and make Kirby do his one fall, which can be useful as you saw at the end of the tape.
Yeah, because you can actually bounce off certain enemies doing that. Anyway, come over here. These blocks can be broken with Parasol. There are certain blocks that can be broken with certain abilities, and this is the first rainbow drop. Not all of them are going to be this easy, let me tell you that.
No, there are definitely harder ones, especially later on. Yeah. Especially, like, the last one.
Last one, and I'm thinking of the 6th world, rainbow drop.
Oh yeah, that one requires a lot, but that one's really involved.
That is basically a puzzle in its own. Which, in a way, that's kind of fitting because I would kind of compare the rainbow drops to getting basically a puzzle, essentially, because you have to find out which party member does which and what ability you need. This isn't kind of like KDL 3 where it's kind of obvious what the ability blocks are going to be. You kind of have to know by heart. Anyway, this is Wispy. Obviously prepare for the pandemic. I am unfortunately getting pretty unlucky. You can,
well...
You can actually explain it. You can actually explain the reason why.
So Dark Matter's influence has done some things, and for some reason for Wispy it gives him a mask so he can't actually do air cuts. So instead he does spikes and drops after.
Yeah, because of that I'm gonna have to reset my run. I'm sorry guys, but we're saying this early in this run. Okay, now. We reset because it just saves a bit of time from watching the dance.
Yeah, the only exceptions for 100% where you do tend to watch it because you need to leave the stage and then do the minigame. It's faster to just wait that out, do the mini game, then go on, compared to any other run where you'll just soft reset as soon as Kirby starts walking. Like, you don't even have to wait for the dojo center for the dance. As soon as Kirby's walking, you're done. The game is saved, you can just reset and you can...
Yep. Another indicator is actually the scoreboard. As soon as the scoreboard shows up, you can actually reset immediately. Or in the case of Whisper, you actually have to wait like a quick second for like the tier to drop because for some reason it's like a little bit later than normal.
Also, I hope you like too, because you're going to be hearing this song for a lot of the run.
Yep, things are moving so fast we barely even talked about what's happening now. This is Ku. This is pretty much the main source of movement of this game. Unfortunately, that also means that we're going to be mashing the A button or 2 button in my case because I'm playing on the Wii a lot, because movement is based on how fast you press the button. So
also rapid needle because we need this for our next river drop at the start of the stage.
Yep. Yeah, because oh yeah.
Yeah, so what you'll see Aston do is they're gonna go out of the stage, then they're right again, immediately drop down. You see this door, and that's where the rainbow drop is.
Yep. It's just faster to just complete the stage and then just exit out afterward. And we're gonna get rid of Needle here because we're actually gonna grab another ability, because there's another thing that we have to talk about, and it's hopefully I could get there fast enough. It's gonna be an ability that we're gonna be using a lot. This is Cutter. Cutter and Ku is ridiculous when it comes to fights because it can positioning correctly means it can count for multiple hits, which means you could count for like 3 hits and you could easily wipe bosses like this.
Yeah, this is Jumper Shoot, and a lot of us don't like Jumper Shoot.
Yeah, he has a colorful name, but we're not gonna say it because we're trying to stay like at least PG.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Right here to see lots of just kind of moving around, but here's light.
Yeah, I would say best ending is pretty much 80% of this run. I say 80 because we're gonna be switching out like a lot due to the rainbow drops. In any percent, you pretty much don't switch party members.
You do one.
Or they are
fine, and only because there's like a few areas where he's actually better because of water.
Yeah. Yeah, they come up here.
Also, one thing you probably noticed is pretty much Aston has been always landing on the bottommost cloud every time they finish a stage, and that is because if you hold A at the start of the gold game, you will just jump immediately on the first frame, and that will put you on top of the bottom cloud. Very, very easy way to just save time on every stage because of that.
Okay. That was actually Nerf and Nelly. Unfortunately, the boss is kind of an RNG fest. You kind of have to hope that Nerf actually gives you the right pattern, and I kind of got lucky a bit towards the end.
Yeah, sometimes Grub could be really nice and just kind of not do a whole lot while winning you wail on them. And other times it's been okay to year and not really do anything for you.
And sometimes he just wastes a cycle and he just doesn't appear and it sucks.
Yeah, or it throws like bombs, so you have to wait, you have to like try to move through those so you can actually still attack them because the explosions will block you otherwise, which, yeah, not fun.
Yeah, and you can actually lose your ability by off-screening it for some reason, so let me see if I can do this movement right here. Okay, took it a little bit slow, but that's fine. Didn't lose Tiger.
Yeah, surprisingly, 2 is actually not that bad in the water in terms of movement, but Tiny, which is a potential thing you can see in some runs of this. I don't think it'll be in this one.
Actually, yes, we'll be seeing Tiny this stage.
Oh, you're grabbing Tiny. Okay, yep. In that case. So, what 2 does in the air, Tiny does in the water.
Yep.
Pretty much, exactly. There's very little difference in that regard, except when Tiny is out of the water, well, he's a fish. So he moves about like you expect him to. Very slowly.
Okay.
So, if land movement has to be done, you will pretty much just always see active jump.
Lovely on the trick there. You can actually grab Kind and inhale the ability at this exact same frame, and you can just like skip the cutscene, or like skip one of them.
Kind is also very safe, being the only way Kirby can inhale underwater. So normally if you lose your ability underwater, that's kind of it. It's gone. You're not getting it back. Kind can actually inhale, so you can not only get abilities in the first place, but you can also regain your ability if you lose it.
Yep. I'm trying to think what else we haven't explained yet. I think we're covering pretty much all the big bases in such a short time. Let me remind you that there's only 7 rows in this game, and we're already on the 3rd one, and we're barely like 10 minutes in. So they
this seems weird. Like the first few worlds only have a few stages, and then from like the 4th onward, they start tacking on like an extra. So there's like level 4 has 4, level 5 has 5.
Yeah.
But all the stages are also like a minute to 2 minutes long most of the time.
Yep. This is actually another rainbow drop stage. We're gonna have to pick up the stone here, and we actually need kind because there's actually a current blocking us.
Yeah, there's the reason that you actually need kind for this. If this were any percent, actually, one strategy to use kind, the faster strategy to actually keep 2 through all of this, and yeah, so that's actually difficult.
Yeah, especially with this next room coming up is actual pain. Trying to keep Ku and Cutter, which is the ability that you probably should hold on to for the entirety of the 80% run, is really hard with this room because the positioning of the enemies makes it really hard to dodge them or hit them, I should say.
Yeah, it's to the point where we actually have a legit guide on how to navigate that room because it is that difficult.
I still don't bother because it's still risky for me. But since we have kind and stone, we just cheese it like this.
You just kind of not worry about this room, which does have its benefits, even if it's slightly slower.
Yeah. That one was a bit too slow, but whatever.
Yeah, if we didn't have kind and stone, yeah, these slippies are evil.
There's actually another reason we're going to keep kind and stone that's coming up is the boss, Sweet Stuff. Yes, that is actually its name. It's named Sweet Stuff. We're going to be using kind and stone on it. I'm going to focus for a bit because I always struggle on this, so if you actually want to explain it, you could go right ahead.
Yeah, Sweet Stuff moves around a lot. If you're doing this for 2, it's not too bad. With stone, we just kind of like go right up against it, constantly go in and out of zone. And as long as we don't end up out of zone, it's safe. Or, okay, mostly. Sometimes stuff like this happens.
Yeah. So that's how I missed that last hit, but... And Sweet Stuff is not gonna be an enemy hit. Yeah, but well. Minus that was actually a pretty decent fight.
Decent until the ability just kind of popped out, which slightly unfortunate, but that's about all we need stone for, so at least it's that stone for us. And we don't need kind anymore either, although this is kind of not good.
I'm gonna take a death here because I'm not gonna do this next room perfectly.
Yeah, so Kirby's health is actually retained when grabbing an animal friend because they have their own health. The upside is this means technically you can have 12 health going into like any given stage or boss fight, which is great if you're struggling. Unfortunately, this also means if Kirby says like 1 health, you grab an apple print. Kirby says at 1 health, it does not heal until later.
Yep.
Until you get like a tomato as Kirby. And to do that, it's to block your animal friend, which is usually a thing you don't know humans kind of suck. We're also kind of out too, so we're back to our old friend Burnin to just kind of navigate the rooms, which is actually pretty good. Burnin is not bad in this game. It's very, very consistent in his movement. Does okay damage if we ever have to actually fight with it, as you saw with a friend. I think it's called Blocky.
Yeah, I think it's Blocky.
I think it's just called Blocky.
I love my friend Blocky. So much. Such creative names. Blocky, Rocky.
bouncy.
Bouncy. They were...
No, really, those are actually what those are called.
Okay, coming up here is 4-2, and this has a really painful jump that I'm actually gonna focus for real quick. Let's see if I can actually get it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see if this happens or not. This is a really neat trick if it's done right.
Ah, so close. Okay, what am I trying to say? That trying to get into that door is a 4-frame trick. If you can mix, you could get into that door, but I've always struggled doing that. So
you can also use burn-in to get in there by basically going behind the door, burn in a way where Kirby bounces backwards into the door, and you basically still have a chance to do it, but it's a pain to actually get. It's very difficult. It's basically because of Kirby.
yeah, I think it's also 4 frames as well.
Yeah, I think it's still the 4-frame, but it's also pixel first if you don't get it right.
Yeah, the penalty for not getting that is we actually have to fight Jumper Shoot and get Coup. So it isn't that bad because we at least show out Parasol and Coup, which actually makes easy work with this part. Actually, I don't need Parasol anymore.
Yeah, I've seen equal amounts of people do that, or what I tend to do is just kind of tank the ice signals and try to like burn through some health.
Yep, I got some. That's not the one.
Yeah, also shout-outs to this game not having nits.
Yeah, this is in the era of like... I would say more... Okay. This is what we like to call the Dreamland trilogy, or the Night... What am I trying to say? The Dark Matter trilogy, there we go. Where things are kind of a bit different from a typical Kirby game. There are some, like, gameplay elements that probably aren't in, like, a normal Kirby game that you typically see, like Superstar or, like, Return to Dreamland, I would say.
Yeah, and one of those is that Kirby, at least in this game, does not have any sort of miss mechanics, so instead what happens is Kirby gets the ability of the last enemy that's there.
Yep.
In this case, that was Rocky, so it takes him stone.
Yep.
And now we're about to grab Pine, and pretty much one of the only times we're gonna actually see Pine. As mentioned, again, Pine, but as mentioned, Pine can move really good in water, and usually is bad on ground. Unless he has ice.
Yeah, for some reason, Ice Kind is amazing on land. They made everything...
Yeah,
oops. But
yeah, unless you do that, then Pine just kind of stops the place.
Yeah. Have to be careful here because there is a propeller bomb, and if you actually get hit by propeller bombs, you lose your partner instantly. That's one thing we have to mention.
Thankfully, ice is incredibly safe, so most of the time you're in almost no danger as long as you're good about actually using it.
Yep. We're making it quiet here because we're actually going to be fighting a mini boss as soon as we enter the next stage. This is E3. We fought E3 before.
Yeah, we did, so that was early on.
Yep.
It actually has new attacks now.
Yeah. After this is an auto-scroller, and let me tell you, this game has a lot of auto-scrollers.
Yeah, I hope you like auto-scrollers. Here's the first one, and I hope you like the next one to come. If there's any donations, this is probably the best time for them, because it's just going to be waiting out this auto-scroller.
Yeah,
honestly.
you just go ham on donations right now.
Of course. First, I would like to remind everybody, up next we have Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which has a boss rush incentive that has we're aiming for $250. Right now we are at 33. I know we can make it. Kirby and the Forgotten Land's a little bit long. I know we can reach that.
Definitely try to reach that.
Yeah.
Ultimate Cup C is actually really fun.
I want to see Shasta play Forgotten Land and do Ultimate Cup C. That's all I want right now.
Pretty much same here.
Of course. And then one donation real quick. We have a $5 donation from ACDC Crocs. 79, it says, not much, but I like to donate to all charity marathons that I can. Love 24/7 marathons, thank you. Thank you for your generous donation.
Yeah, so what you saw there, that for the fourth drop, you need fire to get in there in the first place, and then you have to actually drop your ability and have kind it stuck at the blocks. We don't want to lose fire, we need this for boss. So the best way to do it is drop the ability, take one of the blocks, grab it, and then repeat the process until you can actually get into there.
If you're very fast, you can actually handle 2 blocks in there, but I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah, there's a very real risk of losing your ability if you do that, and you need fire to actually get the rainbow drop. So if you do that, you kind of need to leave the stage.
Yeah, that's the painful part about failing rainbow drops is if you fail them, you pretty much have to redo the stage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Also, that was Ice Dragon. There's not really much to say. It doesn't really get to attack.
It's an ice dragon. Do we need to say more? There we go.
It's very cool.
Exactly. Red Canyon. We're moving at the speed of light here. We're gonna get rid of Kine, and we're just gonna get back burning, I should say. Oh, time to do it.
Yeah, trust me, in a few stages we will be reunited with our old friend Dave.
Yep. Oh.
And we will not be reunited with Burning because that happened.
Burning just left me. That's very sad. It's not the end of the world. It's actually burning in the next stage, or not the next stage, the next screen, I should say.
Yeah, next room has it, so it's not a big deal, but it's also just kind of like, oh, well, that's great. Just hit the fight and it's gone.
Oh, that's wrong block.
Still at Kirby's table to this day, even if Forgotten Land, like, abilities, can actually just vanish if they hit, like, a half.
Yep. A series tradition that we love and hate.
Alongside, like, in this game, like, ability stars can just pop if you hit them.
Yeah. They did a lot of things in the classic era, I like to say. Okay, good, I didn't lose my ability here. I lost my ability here last time practicing. It was pretty sad.
Oh yeah, this room is actually kind of brutal if you don't have burn-in, because this block, without it, blocks a tricky platforming, and with it, there's still a lot of tricky platforming, but it's a little bitty.
Yep.
Until the end, then you have that one, like, sword knight that kind of a problem if you're not careful.
I failed that jump, okay. Let's try that again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're not supposed to, you know, like, have Kirby cause a headshot.
Yeah, maybe not.
I actually forget what that enemy's actually named.
I forget to. It's weird because I usually actually remember the classic Dreamland enemies because any percent or like any bad ending of the Dreamland trilogy typically has a, what I like to call a credits roll where they just show up all the enemy names. Is actually the only way that I've learned some of these enemy names.
Yeah, like for example, this mini-boss is a thing called Wayu.
Yep.
And he gives you powder.
Which we're actually gonna be taking because, spoilers, we're getting Ku again.
Remember how we mentioned auto rollers? Well, here we are. Hope you like auto rollers.
Well, this is a wonderful time to tell you that I really need Shasta to play Ultimate Cup C, so can we please hit that incentive, please? It would make me very happy if we could see Mr. Underscore Shasta play.
Underscore is very important.
Yeah, it's a necessary fact. It's a necessary part of that statement. We need some Ultimate Cup C in our lives. This auto shoulder is not done. We actually grabbed some help here.
And a friendly reminder, I know everybody wants to see the Ultimate Cup C, but that's not all you're donating for. You're also donating for LEAD. LEAD is a substance use prevention organization that believes young people are capable of making good decisions. The core reason LEAD exists is to significantly reduce drinking, drug use, and other risky behaviors by youth while working simultaneously to ignore the root causes of these issues in the future. To learn more, go to linkingefforts.com.
Oh yeah, so this room is actually a little bit scary because you have that propeller bomb that tries to chase you early on. You have a bunch of enemies that if you're too slow, you'll run into them, and then you have a fire bird at the door just waiting.
Yep. But this stage is actually kind of important because this is actually the fastest way to get every party member in the game. and that's going to be an important fact because if I mess up, we're going to be coming back to the stage a lot.
Yeah, once you get to fight 3, fight 3 is your best friend. Pretty much for the remainder of the run, you're gonna lose a bunch of time if you have to come back, but it could be worse.
Yeah. Okay, this beginning part of the stage is really annoying, so let me see if I can actually do this. There's a lot of enemies here that just absolutely ruin your event. And it's topped off with a propeller bomb right at the door, so hopefully I don't lose food.
Oh yeah, this one's also very scary because I have a bad habit of losing my ability here.
I didn't take a single point of damage. I am amazing. Good job, me.
So this is Captain Stitch. It's basically a giant Gordo.
Here.
We don't like him.
I screwed up the one cycle there. He actually gave me a good
Yeah,
guide,
one
too.
cycle is really hard to actually do for Captain Stitch.
Yeah, and you actually want a good cycle for that because certain attacks he does actually makes him vulnerable for longer time. What else is here?
Also, you see that after this switch over to Vernon, because good as Cutter is right now, we kind of can get away with. We kind of don't want it for this quarter group.
Yeah, plus the ending actually makes it a little bit easier if we could get burning. So that's why we switch to burning here. Plus, we're actually going to be we're going to be getting rid of all of this in the next stage because the next stage is the rainbow top stage.
And also the one stage where Rick is never actually used.
Oh yeah, we never talked about Rick. Rick's in this game. Rick's a cool dude, and he's about to go to Costco.
Rick is adorable. It's probably my favorite from this game, other than like the game that came after this, Julian 3.
Yeah.
But more to the point, compared to the other two, Rick unfortunately doesn't really have anything of value in terms of like movement or abilities. And the only reason we grab him is because the Rainbow Drop in here requires Spark, which basically is a beam.
Yep. Wait, oh my god, it fits so perfectly. You are the beam tree.
I was going to avoid that one, but okay.
I'm here for you, always landing the easy jokes. The easy jokes that nobody else will make.
To be fair, the beam attack is actually pretty good. It comes up very quickly, has really good ranking. Actually does pretty good damage, despite how it looks. It's just that unfortunately it's not. Red just doesn't have any movement, so he just kind of falls out of the run and instantly does that.
Yeah.
But if you want to move around, you want to. If you're in the border, you want time. Red is kind of there.
Rick is here if you want to go to Costco. Shoutouts to Rick goes to Costco. Shoutouts to Rainer, an amazing runner of this game, by the way. Pro hybrid, by the way.
Oh yeah, both of them are.
Both of them
have definitely done a bunch of KDL.
Both of them are insane.
Ryan is also the person who made the guide for navigating the 3-3 ring.
Okay, we're gonna use this. We're gonna get rid of all of this so we can actually hover.
And that's the entire reason we have range, is so we can actually have the range. You could do this with just Mark. It is very hard and you will probably die.
You will most likely die. This is why we choose Rick. Anyway, we got the needle here because we're actually going to be using not Ku and Cutter for a boss. We're actually going to be using Rick and Needle. Unless I lose Needle, like genius.
Yeah, so
I'm on a roll right now.
Okay, you can yeah, just float up and respawn it. Or that works too.
There we go. Oh, there was some at the bottom too. Oops.
Yeah, that may be the other thing. Rick and Needle is actually very strong and does a ton of damage.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't use it much because just Ku is faster and we'll happen to have Ku most of the time, so.
Yeah, this is a very unique French case.
Yep. It's always the sun.
See, this is why I don't sun.
I'm sorry, I'm a moon. What's it called? A moon crew?
It's like everyone else does moon crew. I'm like the only one who actually does sun.
Yeah, but Rick and Needle absolutely annihilates that boss. Makes it over in no short time.
It's actually easier than it is with Cuban powder.
Anyway, before we... actually no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take it to save. We can actually do the stage with Kyan and make our life a little bit easier in the stage after this, but I'm just gonna take it safe because I'm not confident in my ability for this.
Honestly, that is fair.
And also, I really want to hear Cloudy Park music. It's such a banger music.
Yeah, honestly, this game has such good music. That's maybe the only thing I don't like about speedruns is it's speedrun. It's like too speed.
Yeah.
And a little bit of time, and that's kind of it.
It sucks because I actually really do like these next two worlds. Some of my favorite OST in the entire series period.
Yeah, one thing I do like that they changed in the especially the sequel to this, is music does not change with the Animal Friend, and honestly, it's so much better.
Yeah, it's a good thing because Dreamland 3's OST is probably one of my favorite OSTs period. Anyway, coming up here is just this long part. There's actually health here, so we just grab that, and then stage ends right here. Coming up here is probably one of the biggest stages of that's ending, because it's probably one of the most complex. I'm gonna go get Kine real quick, because Kine actually makes this puzzle a little bit easier.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this one now.
Yep. So I'm just gonna explain the puzzle real quick. At the end, you're actually gonna need... I need to do this. At the end, you're gonna need both Ku and Cutter. The problem is... Oh wait, I need to exit the stage, of course. You actually cannot bring Ku into the stage. The way that the block layout is, you just straight up can't bring Ku. You can bring pretty much every other party member though, which is why we're bringing Kine, so we can actually skip a certain part of this puzzle. But
yeah, if you don't bring Kine, you instead have to actually do like an extra thing that lets you get Kine after a mini boss, and then you can actually do everything else that you need.
Yep, I'm kind of screwing this movement up right now. Oh. But essentially, we're just gonna have to go through a giant, like, puzzle trying to get Ku back, and it involves us switching between, like, 3 different abilities just to get it back.
Yeah, so you use ice in here in this room, and then you get, I think it's Spark, and then finally Cutter.
Yep. We're also gonna be doing a bit of a trick with Spark. Because typically we also have to get Rick in this stage, because Rick's beam attack is actually necessary for, well, I won't say necessary because we're not gonna be using it, but it's what's required for you to get a certain bag that has Ku. I unfortunately got bad luck here, so I got even more bad luck because I missed a star.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I want to say the option is called Master Smart.
Mr. Green.
Mr. Green. Okay, yeah, I get mixed up on sometimes.
Yeah, for some reason I remembered all the mini boss names in this game.
Which is weird. I don't think I've ever seen like art of Mr. Green, so I don't actually know Mr. Green.
Almost. It's over. There we go. Typically you need Rick and Spark there, but we could just dive into that hole with Spark and just destroy the blocks that way. It saves us doing another part of the puzzle, so...
You can end up dying if you're not careful.
Give me one more. No.
Also, Wayu has actually been really nice on this.
Except I'm being stupid. Except I'm being bad right now.
You got this. Just as soon as it actually throws something.
Yep, this seems like the perfect Dreamland 2 RNG right here. It never throwing projectiles when you want it. Wait, how are they not in...
Huh?
Are they... what?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm not crazy, right? You saw that.
No, I don't... Like, it didn't even look like you swallowed it, so I don't think it was that.
That's strange. I definitely thought it had something in the mouth. Anyway, we just go through this windy room here, and through this door, and that's how we get Cutter and Ku.
Oh yeah, some of that meant to mention back way back in 2.2 that kind of shows up here again. You'll notice that border kind of twisted too, and that is because the hitbox is actually Kirby.
Yeah, you would think that the
Or
giant
rather,
bird.
it's Kirby's side. So like the middle of like that whole thing is actually where Kirby's hitbox is.
Yeah, you think the hitbox would be the giant bird, so but no, it's actually like the small pink puffball.
Which is good and bad. Good because you get away with some absolute weird shenanigans with it, like you saw in 2.2, where literally just hacks through like an enemy, kind of. Bad in that the hitbox is being a little deceptive if you're not used to like where it actually is. Also, this room sucks slightly if you don't have food, because you have to deal with
The wind
wind mechanics.
I did not win. Okay,
No, yeah.
there we go.
Stone is the best for this.
Yeah, because now I get to drink a bit of water because I have to do nothing for a bit.
It's like an auto scroller, except, you know, you just press B once and like...
Make sure to hydrate, everybody. This is your reminder to hydrate. Okay, this here, the stage. What else is there? There's another boss coming up here. A rematch with Captain Stitch, I say.
Yeah, which Stone will come in very handy for, because Stone just kind of chews apart Captain Stitch. You can actually be much more easily one-sided Stone compared to any other ability.
Yeah, but I still may miss this episode, too. I also need Captain Stitch to actually give me good RNG.
Yeah, that's true. Captain Stitch can reform at random, and sometimes he just does it immediately. Oh, that was a really good setup. Did it?
Oh, almost.
Just at the end, of course.
Oh, but you're doing this twice, okay. Wow, that was the best Captain Stitch I've ever had, and it's during a run, nice.
And we will never know what was in that sack.
No, this stage is a pain in any percent because this is what I like to call the gamble or lose. Essentially,
Yeah, so-
you need Ku in this stage because you lost Ku in 6-2, so if you don't get Ku here, you're going back to 5-3 and losing 30 seconds.
Yeah, the bat has a 1 in 3 chance of each of the animal friends. That one is where the Rinto's imposter joke came from.
Yeah.
It's like you'll wait for the bat, and then it's Rin that pokes his head out. It's like, right, Rin can't really help you, so you just kind of leave him.
Rick is pretty bad here. We love Rick, but man, he's not the greatest.
Rick is cute and has a cute Australian accent in the anime, and that's unfortunately the words he has to.
And can climb walls in Dreamland 3 for some reason.
That too, which does also come back in 64.
Unfortunately. For the pain of lots of childhood playthroughs who did not know.
Also, more hitbox shenanigans, because, again, the hitbox is actually kind of like in the middle, so the bottom of Kirby is not the hitbox. So you can just fly over enemies.
And we're just going through this. This is a long tunnel. We're just stamina boosting in certain parts because we just don't worry about it. At the end of the stage, we actually just get healed a lot, so no need to worry. As long as we don't die, of course.
Yeah, there's also a couple of strategies to do with this one, where one of them is what Acid is doing, where just grabbing enemies and shooting them. The other is actually using Spark, because Spark's hitbox is actually pretty good, and can easily take care of the enemies as you're navigating if you need it. That said, you're probably going to be dropping a propeller at the end of the room, so it's a little bit slower to actually use Spark.
This room just never go up because the wind will just slow you down. And then this is the room I was talking about with all the healing, and at the end of the stage.
Yeah, also just random room with entirely too many peppers. peppers.
Yeah, I don't know why they put so many peppers there.
Like each one heals Kirby for 2 health, so there is it's absolute overkill. There's like 5 of them.
I'm guessing if you like outrate your partner and just you were at low health, then maybe. But at that point, why did you get rid of your partner?
Also that stack also has a 1 in 3 chance of each animal friend, and sometimes it also just spawn red.
Yeah, except it's painful if you don't have Spark beforehand, because then you just realize that you just messed up and have to get rid of the ability anyway. Anyway, coming up here is a very painful section, so I'm actually gonna focus for a second.
Yeah, as mentioned before,
Never mind.
Slippies are kind of annoying.
I
Yeah, there
messed
we go.
up
Yeah,
immediately.
Slippies are mean.
Yeah, they're wrecking me right now. You're not supposed to lose Cutter here. You're actually supposed to carry it until literally the very end, but I lost it at the first enemy, so... It's not the end roll. I'm gonna have to go back to 6-1 and just grab Cutter in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, the other side is at least you can get, like, most of the time you have to redraft something, like, you can be like, oh, I need Cutter, oh, I need, 2. Like, you can get them back relatively quick, but it's still like a 30-second or so time loss to do it, because you have to, like, either go all the way back to fight through to get the animal print, or you have to go to, like, an earlier stage that has the ability to do. And until the last world, most of the time, that you have to go through, like, a room before you get Cutter.
Yeah.
The last world is nice because, like, just like halfway in, there's like a Cutter enemy literally like 2 stages into the stage, so you just grab it and leave.
Okay. It's time for probably the worst boss in the game, in my opinion. This is Krakow.
So this is KDL2 Fracto, and KDL2 Fracto is terrible. The first phase is it stays on the ground, poking its eye out every so often, and trying to hit you with beam attack, or sometimes jumps down for a little bit and throw clouds at you.
Oh.
The second phase will try to hurt you before transitioning.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, I can
And
actually
then you
just
get
roll off
actual
screen and
Krakow.
just soft lock for some reason. We still don't know why.
Oh right, that's the thing.
Yeah, we still haven't figured out why that just happens.
Yeah, second phase Fracto moves actually surprisingly fast, and has a very long period between being able to be hit with attacks. Like, pretty much the eye has rolled twice, and then you can do another one. Trust me, that fight is far harder than it actually looks. Like, if you're doing this casually, that fight is an absolute pain. It is easily the worst, the hardest iteration of Fracto in the entire game.
Anyway,
And Fracto's got some tough iterations.
we're coming up on the final world here. Final world here. This is Dark Castle. It has my favorite song that we will not hear because we're using Kirby.
If anyone's curious, I highly recommend looking up the soundtrack to this game. It is legitimately really good. Dark Castle also has a really good remix in Rubber Bond.
Oh yeah, I've completely forgot about remix that.
It's used in, I think, Arena?
I think it's also used in like one stage as well.
But yeah, it's a really good remix. Also, more hip-hop shenanigans, because reasons.
Yeah. Also, I really hope you like all those trailers because Dark Castle for some reason has like 8 of them.
Yeah, if there's been like a donation pulling up, definitely feel free to read them when the auto-scrollers show up, because there's going to be a lot of auto-scrollers in World 7.
Yeah, this is pretty much the victory lap. It's just all the strollers and a bunch of mini bosses we already fought.
Yeah, it's still also harder version.
Alright, I would just like to remind everybody we're watching Speed Stuff for Charity 9, benefiting linking efforts against drugs, or LEAD. If you would like to donate, go ahead and type !donate in the chat. And a friendly reminder that we actually have 2 incentives open right now. We have a Kirby and the Forgotten Land Beat Ultimate Cup Z incentive, which we're aiming for 250, in which if we meet that, we'll see Mr. Shasta, Mr. underscore Shasta, beat a boss rush. And then about a day from now, we have Axe Battler dramatic reading of intro and outro, which we're aiming for 150. If you donate, make sure you put your money towards those incentives. And remember, this is for charity, this is for lead. It's all going towards a good cause.
Yeah, trust me, you want to see Kirby smash a lot of bosses with a squeaky hammer.
I believe you guys can break these goals. Come on now. Don't let me down. Oh. Oops, lost her there.
That copy on the other hand, absolutely legendary.
Yeah, that copy really did not want me to say anything.
Yeah, copy are just kind of weird in like everything they're in. They're surprisingly annoying what they are. Also, I hope you like auto crawlers because here's another one.
I hope you're paying attention because this is going to be on the test.
You think we're joking?
No.
No. This will absolutely be on the test, and I hope you're ready.
Start writing this down.
Also, you do have to be careful about navigating because if you aren't, there's also lots of propeller bombs in this room.
Yeah.
And they will wake up if you go too close to them, and then you will have to play the worst game of keep away, trying to like the pop make them stop with the cutter attacks.
This room can be very painful, so just be careful.
Pretty much.
Mr. Frosty kind of dated me. Good luck there.
Yeah, also Mr. Frosty, this version.
Wow, Mr. Frosty is not liking me.
Actually likes to move with his ice breath, and it's very easy to just take hits on him.
Yeah. You typically don't want him to move. You just want him to immediately go ice block. But I got unlucky.
Now, if you're worried about health, there is actually a fun little trend in the Adult Game, and that is if you... I'm trying to remember the exact inputs, but it's something like up, down, and A.
Yeah.
While you're falling down, like, perfectly composed, and goes straight to the top clouds, grabbing everything in the process and getting it.
The main reason why I actually have not been doing that is because it plays a bit of a jingle. So I've just been sitting there.
The jingle that plays at the end of the stage actually just wandered higher up the higher cloud you can reach. And you get the full version if you get the top cloud.
Yep.
Also doing that trick actually makes Kirby fly above that cloud temporarily, so it's actually even slower. But it is a very safe way to get a health refill if you can do it consistently. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get a feel for it, it's actually one of the easier tricks you can do.
Did I heal too? I did, but I forgot I need to hit him one more time. Oops.
Okay, at least this one's good about attacking you.
Yeah. I'll actually show this off. Or I'll show off the other version. Oops.
Yeah, the other version is just to do it naturally, which is...
Yeah.
Kind of tough. But also not usually terribly important, but you did get some health back, so that's good.
Yeah. I'm actually... Let's hope I don't.
Also, this is a room that I personally hate, because I almost always lose cutters.
Same here, which is why I'm impressed that I not. I was honestly expecting that. Typically, I just go for a backup here and just grab Parasol there.
I mean, ultimately, you just not bother, you get cutters.
At the end, right?
Pretty soon, yeah, pretty soon into this next room, actually. Like, you can do it, like, right away.
I'm just gonna take this part safe.
Yeah, the version is feeling extra spicy is you just fly like along the top, you wait for the star beat to go down, and then you just keep going.
Oh god.
Also, this version of Blocky is horrible.
Yeah.
It actually, like, actively, like, chases you and runs it, like, it just runs.
This version of Rocky is the main reason why I kind of had a bad time in my PB. So I'm a bit salty and why I actually took this part a bit safe. don't really need to do this, but I'm just doing it where.
Yeah, Dark Castle Blocky did not skip leg day, if you're wondering.
Yeah, no, he runs marathons. Like this one.
Yeah, the rest of them are fine, and then there's this one, it's just like, Blocky wants to know your location, it's just full tilt running at you.
Yeah.
Also, one stage where the one-ups, just mock one.
We haven't even talked about how these stages are pretty much the opposite version of the first three.
Oh yeah, the Dark Castle's gimmick is that everything's basically mirrored, so the first half of the stages are like going one way, and the other half is going the other direction. This is why the earlier bit with the auto on the test, because here's the test.
Yeah, I hope you're paying attention.
If you weren't, congrats, you have died.
Yep, because this is pretty much the beginner trap. If you weren't paying attention, then you're dying. Because there are some paths that you just cannot recover from. But in case you want to know, it's up, down, middle, down.
Yeah, ultimately I think it's like up, down, up, like top, bottom,
That too. And your reward for doing all that is finding Captain Stitch.
It's Captain Stitch, who's even faster. Even faster about coming back to normal.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy, because no, this is not a fun version of Captain Stitch.
Yeah, this is an awful version, which is why I'm surprised that he did not do another thing. He likes to just go all over the screen, but he did not do that.
Yeah, I think we're coming up to the final normal stage here. Yeah, we're going to the final normal stage.
Final normal stage and the final rainbow drop. This stage is kind of weird because you're gonna have to use a certain amount of abilities to get the rainbow drop. Let me see if I can actually get this. I actually got it, wow.
Yeah, if you have the kind of spark, the light bulb actually lights up that room and it shows you the exact order of ability that you need for this puzzle.
Let's see if I remember correctly. We use fire, then stone.
I actually thought about looking this up before coming into the commentary thing, but I didn't.
Fun fact, I actually did not practice this part. So I'm just winging it. Fire, stone, needle. Ice. And
I'm kind of impressed for winging it, honestly.
I'm surprised I remember this, honestly. Cutter's the last one, and it actually helps because it's literally just the ability that we need to destroy the boss.
Yeah, if you do it right, you get the rainbow drop. If you don't do it right, you have to navigate a bunch of extra rooms that are meant to be harder.
And then move left here, or else you're gonna be ambushed by a jumper shoot.
Or else jumper shoot just lands on your head. Happens more than you think it does.
Yep, let's have that. After that, we're done with Coup. We grab Cutter, destroy jumper shoot, and there.
Yeah, the main reason is the boss fight actually has like one tile gap, so you can't breathe it out over. You have to do it as Kirby and only as Kirby.
Yep.
Also, there's a little bit of help at the bottom if you never knew about that.
Yep.
Very useful if you just need like a little bit of extra help.
Okay. Sadidi, he's totally normal and not possessed in the slightest.
He's totally not possessed. Don't worry.
I kind of want Didi to jump here so I can get the double star, but if not, it's fine.
Yeah, the main strat is just throwing cutters until he does and kind of give you a star.
Oh wow, he's
and hope that you do it fast enough, because after I think like a minute,
wow, okay.
DDD will actually throw that hammer, it explodes, and he gets very angry and gets really fast on his attack and has extra flair to them. And by that, means explosion.
Yep, there's basically a bit of a timer on this boss, so I just had to beat it fast.
Luckily, this is also the one boss arena where your ability can't actually be knocked out of the stage.
And he's saying berserk.
And he's angry.
But however, I'm 1 hit away, so I'm just gonna grab this and shoot back in. Good. Okay.
However, we are not done.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
So
you would think this was time.
Yeah. So we collected all the rainbow drops, which allows us to beat the final boss. If we actually did not at this point, we would actually get a bad ending. So there is a main reason why we've been collecting all of these. Because I believe this is called a rainbow sword or something like that.
It is called the Rainbow Sword.
You probably can't tell right now.
Oh no!
Wow,
He was possessed!
Wow, I never saw this coming. Anyway, this is dark matter here. Time is gonna be on the final hit on the second phase, but I'm actually gonna focus for a little bit because I like
this
it.
first phase is actually very much like playing tennis in space.
It's in space. Space tennis, my favorite.
Yeah, the sword itself actually does very low damage, and it takes forever to actually take Ivor's face out of it. The way you're supposed to deal damage is to actually wait for his energy attack, and then you use the sword to reflect them. And that's how you're seeing the HP just kind of just shredded. Like if you actually get that right, you do like 3 to 4 like units.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dark Matter is not cooperating right now. This is kind of up to his whim at this point. There we go. There's first phase.
Yeah, the other attack it does is like the little weave backwards and forwards, and
I didn't get it.
And the sword beams. This form
I did not get it. Okay, well.
does other weird things. It is a little bit more weird about its movement.
I'm actually dying here. So let me take the save.
Yeah, if you're new to this run, this is probably like at any point like a choke point.
It's this.
Usually this fight.
It's unfortunately this
I
boss.
think-
This is the wall.
Yeah, I think the one time I've done a best ended run, this fight took me like 4 or 5 attempts. Just kept dying during the last phase. It's very easy to take a bunch of damage, and this phase also
I'm coming up.
doesn't do these attacks a lot, and you have a time. You were falling.
And
Time.
no.
That's not time.
That's not
Not
time.
over
Oh
yet.
god, lightning. Bad time.
Now it's time.
That was very scary.
Yeah, so there's actually a timer in that fight. If you like you're falling back to the ground, you will eventually hit the ground, just like an adventure, and die.
Yeah.
You also did a really cool cutscene for Beth Ending, which your theme.
Yeah,
It's even neater if you play this on like the Super Game Boy, where you can just see the color.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Kirby's Dreamland 2 best ending. What was my final time? 55:20. A little bit overestimated, but knowing how...
Still not bad.
Knowing how...
Still not bad, honestly. Like, sub hour is pretty good.
Yeah, knowing how most of that was kind of just me fumbling around it, that's not that bad. But, yeah, that's Dreamland 2. This is a really fun game, fun speedrun as well, and, yeah. I'll do my shoutouts. Shouts to Kirby Speedrun community. Very fun place. Very welcoming place to learn other Kirby speedruns as well. Shouts to all the Kirby Speedrun 2 runners. They're absolutely insane. What else is there? Thank you, Darko, for commentating my run.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I do lots of Kirby streams myself. Dabble other things here and there, but Kirby's still a good thing, so if you like watching Kirby, definitely follow Ivor.
Yep. We both do Kirby runs, and yeah. Thank you so much, SS4C, for having us. And
yeah, that's the one scene that looks even better in color, is that like that's a rainbow, and you actually get to see it in full color. Really cool.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't actually have a way to do that, but oh well. But again, thank you so much for having us. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a great rest of the marathon. See you then.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you both for the amazing run and great commentary. Everybody, that was Kirby's Dreamland 2 by Aston, and commentary was by Dark Soul 88.